We are in 1588, and in Spain, Felipe II has been 2 years planning one of the biggest projects in all the Spanish Empire history. The plan? Depart from A Coruña with 137 boats and almost 30,000 crew members heading to London to bring back Catholicism to England. If the mission was completed, it was the biggest achievement in Spanish history. The 21st July, they left A Coruña, but they never knew what is waiting for them. In Flanders, some Spanish ships were waiting for them to join the Spanish Armada, but a few days before, the English sent 3 fire ships to the port, so the Spanish were left alone near Calais. They came across with the English Navy in the English Channel. The first days there weren't as many battles, just 4 Spanish galleons drowned. The survivors, changing plans, decided to go back to Spain, passing over Scotland and the west coast of Ireland. There were really bad weather conditions those times in Europe, and as soon as they left the channel, they were caught by really strong winds and massive waves, storms that made things difficult for the Armada, causing many vessels to get shipwrecked all along the west coast of Ireland. Keenego Bay, County Donegal. The 16th of September, the Trinidad Balancera drowned with 40 crew members. Its captain, Don Alonso de Luzon, managed to go ashore and head with 450 men to Ella Castle. They were found by the English. They promised that if they gave in, their lives would be pardoned. A few minutes later, all the soldiers were killed. Later, the Gaelic aristocracy like Hugh O'Donnell asked for an alliance with Felipe II and the Spanish Empire. 4 days later, in Spanish Point, County Clare, the San Marcos and San Esteban drowned and just 64 out of 540 men survived. Maps in those times couldn't warn them of the reef that was just at the front of the beach, and that caused many losses. They were killed by the English again in a hill that nowadays is a golf club. This event gave the name to many places in this small town in the coast. After this, the population was told to kill every Spanish soldier. The last wreck was in the north coast. The Giant's Causeway was responsible for killing almost 1,300 men. The crew of 3 boats jammed in one vessel, La Girona. They changed course to Scotland, but a massive storm made them crash. 9 men survived and were hosted by Sorley-Boy MacDonald in Doolineye Castle. He helped the survivors to reach Scotland, and he buried the dead bodies in the cemetery beside the castle. All the artifacts of La Girona were found in 1967, and they are right now exposed at the museum in Belfast. This is the beach of Streedahe Strand in Sligo. Here, the 16th of October, 3 boats drowned. The captain, Francisco de Cuellar, was able to tell the story then. His life was pardoned because he was covered with blood. He spent a long time avoiding English soldiers. 7 months later, he managed to survive. In Ireland, they remember the event and name his path the Cuellar Trail. 100 crew members reached the coast of Santander with 3,000 injured men. Felipe II was devastated the moment he heard the news. The next day, he was completely fine and started planning the next attacks to England. One thing is for sure, the Armada didn't complete the mission, but it wasn't a defeat either. It is just to remind us the historical connection between Spain and Ireland.